you did. Nothing went right. I had one of those days recently. I got up, had an appointment to take my car to the garage. For some reason, my driver's seat, it kept like, you'd be driving all of a sudden, it just come out of its locked position, you'd start sliding, and it's not really probably a safe thing to have in your car when you're driving down a highway, to all of a sudden have your seat either go way front or just get flown way back. So, I thought, I better get this taken care of. So I went to the garage, went and I sat there, and about 2 hours into the appointment, I went up to the mechanic and was like, how much longer is this going to be? It's just a seat. And he said, well, we got it all apart, and we see what the problem is, but we forgot to order the part. So we're going to need you to come back next week, and we'll go through this again. So I had to wait another hour for them to put the chair back together, make an appointment so that I could come back the next week and spend another 4 hours there for them because they forgot to order the part. Okay, so I finally got through this, and you have to go to the mechanic, check out, get your keys and stuff. Well, they lost my keys. So I'm sitting there, totally frustrated at the end of my rope, watching them dig through the garbage, dig through all their shelves, just look everywhere for these stupid keys that they lost. About half hour later, they finally found my keys. I was like, oh, well, this morning's totally shot. Maybe I can get some errands done while I'm here. So I thought, what? It's been a while since I had my tires rotated. I bought my tires at Sears. They give you free rotation. So I go to Sears to get my tires rotated. But I thought, I'm tired of sitting in garages. I'm going to call, see how busy they are, and see if they can take me. So I call over, and the mechanic's like, come on over. We're not busy. We'll fit you in. We'll get you in right away. So I drive over, walk in, and the mechanic says, oh, all mechanics just went to lunch. They'll be back for an hour or two. So I was like, oh, you're kidding me, right? Another hour or two wait. I thought, what? I'm just not doing it. I'll try another Sears. So I call them on the phone. I say, you're 20 minutes away. If I drive over, can you do this for me? How long will I wait? They're like, oh, there's nobody here. We'll get you in right away. Come on over. So I hop in my car, drive another 20 minutes to another Sears, get there, and the guy says, oh, our mechanics just went to lunch. You're going to be another hour or two wait. I'm like, are you kidding me? I just went to this at the other Sears. So I thought, this is nuts. I'm not doing this. So instead, I called my chiropractor. I was feeling a little sore. Thought, I'm here. I'll get my chiropractor to work with me. Thankfully, he's a friend of mine, so, he pretty much squeezes me in whenever I need to go. So I go to his office. I see my chiropractor friend. He puts me in adjustment, and I go up front, just to check out. And the lady says, we have on our records you haven't paid for a couple visits. I'm very meticulous about my paperwork. We keep receipts, we keep copies, so I had to stand there for another half hour explaining to them how their computer was wrong and I was right. And of course, it turned out I was right in the end, but it's just one more little annoyance. So I finally got out of the chiropractor's office. So then I had one more stop to make. I stopped at a local store, had to run in and get something for my mom at the time, and I ran to the store. And as I walked back to the aisle, one of those crazy perfume spraying girls jumped out. She jumps out, she starts spraying perfume all over the place. I'm like, no, don't get me. See, I have allergies. If I get around certain smells like that, it really bothers me. So anyway, she's spraying me, my shirt's covered, I can't stand it, my nose starts getting closed, I can't breathe. I'm like, that's it. Forget this errand, I'm going home. So I go out to my car, hop in, take off my shirt because, it stinks like this horrible smell. So I'm riding down the road, shirtless, and, it's not summer, it's kind of fall, winter, not really that warm, so I have the heat jacked out in my car. And as I get to make the final turn to go towards home, I stop and I think, oh, I'm almost home, this horrible day is over. And then I see it, smack dab in front of me, bright yellow letters, driver training. Are you kidding me? So here I am with this very hectic long day, and all of a sudden I'm stuck behind a PennDOT truck who's training a driver. Well, part of the driving, they go like 2 miles an hour. I can go in reverse faster than they do. But I'm just driving behind, just muttering, getting really frustrated. Just like, come on, drive your truck already. And I get behind him, and I look up, and we start up this, to get my house up this really steep hill. So we get up the hill about halfway, and all of a sudden this truck stops. I'm like, oh great, they're never going to get back up. Well, you see, they weren't practicing to get up. They were practicing to go backwards. And you know what? They didn't care if I was behind them. So, back down the hill. We both back up, backwards, down the hill. We get to the bottom, and finally I've had enough. I squeal around, and I probably wasn't the most legal driver in the world. That's God forgive me, but I squeal around this car, and I hit the highway, and I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I finally got home. Made it home, and I was like, God, why do you have days like this? Why do you put us through this kind of stuff? What did I do? Where's the sin? You know, I did something wrong and I had to go through this horrible day. And you know, God just spoke to me and said, you know, it says in Romans, you've read this, that you need to persevere. And the trials and tribulations in our life develop perseverance in us. And you know, you really need to develop some perseverance. You have a character flaw that you like to get things done quick, and you like to move on, and you don't like to persevere, so I thought I'd give you a little perseverance test. Well, part of me was kind of angry with God, because it was a bad day, but part of me was also thankful, and I felt loved. So guys, next time you're going through a really bad day, and you're having just one of those days you're like, God, are you still in heaven? What in the world's going on? Just remember, God knows what we need. He's developing what He needs to develop inside of us, and He'll get us through.